Catching the hum,
Catching the hum,
did you feel that shift?
catching the hum. The tone just changed.
So, baby, today we published a story, and apparently everyone thinks we're moving back to Canada. Can you comment on that?
I can comment a little bit on the fact that, yes, you published a story today and it was amazing.
Oh, thank you, baby.
And the chances of us moving back to Canada are slim and none.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because we've decided that maybe Merida right now isn't right for us does not mean that Canada is right for us.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we left, we really felt that the door was closed to feeling like it meshed well with us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And even though things haven't worked out exactly the way we want here,
Yeah.
everything is way better even when it's not great.
Yeah. It's kind of like that old saying, a bad day at golf is still better than a good day at work. It's kind of that same type of thing.
Yeah. So also moving back home, the word home doesn't really transfer to Canada for us anymore. We
No.
feel more at home in Mexico, even though we've only been here like 2 years, really.
Yeah, about that. Yep.
Well, a little less than 2 years. We still feel connected to our friends and family and people we know.
Absolutely.
But it's, and would we visit anytime? Like, I don't have a need at all.
No, I don't have a need to go back to Canada anytime soon.
And actually, for me, I've noticed that my body feels much worse there. I think it's the cold.
Yep.
I'm not sure exactly, but it's like I'm loose and fancy free down here.
Yeah, it's certainly not the humidity because there's way more humidity here than there.
Yeah, but I get really stiff there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worse for you health-wise, and me too, both of us.
Yeah, we both you get your sore foot and a few other
my knee.
things.
Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, so now selling the house here, we're not really seeing it like we failed at anything.
Oh my God, not at all. I feel that this was a win. This was a soft landing coming to Mexico, and it gave us the grounding that we needed in a smaller community to really kind of feel what it was like to live here.
Yeah, you make a really good point because we actually heard a content creator saying that she was describing Mexico and the different cities being like a 1, a 2, or a 3. A 1 being a soft landing city, and then 2s being a little harder, and 3 being challenging, where there'd be no English and no services you'd be used to. Merida is a very level 1.
Yeah.
There's a big expat community here. There's lots of opportunities to go out with them. Lots of American and Canadian products and things that can be found here.
Yeah.
Things kind of look the same. Actually, when we first moved here, we thought everything felt the same until you're here for a little while, and then you're like, wait a minute, things aren't the same.
Yeah.
They look like it, but they're not.
Yeah, and there's still even a lot of English-speaking people here. Like, so if you're really struggling, a lot of times there's somebody. I mean, I've had people come up to me in the store and just say, like, I speak English. Like, can I help you? And or translate for somebody that I was like at the cashier or whatever. So I've had people do that for me a bunch of times. But I've also had people where I spoke to them in Spanish and they said, "I'm sorry, I don't speak English." Which didn't do a lot for my confidence in speaking Spanish.
But it makes a good story.
It does, yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are definitely going to do this, but the destination isn't yet definite. We're not really sure exactly where we're going. It's probably, I would say, 99% chance going to be in Mexico again.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, I think that's a pretty fair statement.
Yeah. There's lots of places here that we would love to see, and there's portions of a whole bunch of not little towns, but cities or towns that we could see ourselves living in, but they usually have one issue or something going on that we're like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and we've kind of been so spoiled. I mean, as much as we've complained or spoken about the heat here, like when we look at other places and they say, it goes down to 8 or 9 in the evening, we're like, oh, man, that's just way too cold, you
Yeah.
know, because after being used to like lows of 21 and 22, the thought of it going down to 8 or 9 is like bone chilling.
Yeah, it'll be challenging for sure. And I think, you know, for the most part, like some of the places that we checked out were places that actually involve the water, because we found that water has been part of this change for us. But I don't know, the way that I see it, I think water has been kind of like a partner in the change. It always has been a place where I feel calmer when things kind of go to shit or go weird.
Yeah.
Not that I think anything went to shit here. It was just it became tighter than I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Less, you know, freedom.
Yeah. More stress and less freedom. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I found like getting away and going to the beach, it kind of felt refreshing and like a sense of renewal.
Yeah.
And the wind was really nice.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Like there's nothing like sitting by a beach and hearing the waves and the wind to kind of give you a reset.
Yeah, exactly. And it's completely beautiful. But the thing is, do we want to live by a beach? It depends. I mean, a lot of the time, beachfront properties in towns are more expensive. They have more tourism going on.
Yeah.
So as much as we like them, you know, for instance, like if we went anywhere down in the southern part of the Yucatan Peninsula in Quintana Roo, they have a lot of problems with sargassum, and things are shifting there a little bit. So not really the best idea, and it's still just as hot.
Yeah, and so for anybody that doesn't know what sargassum is, that's
yeah.
really bad seaweed that comes in off the Caribbean Ocean.
Yeah.
Or Caribbean Sea, I guess, I don't know which it is. But
Yeah,
anyway.
it takes over the ocean.
And it takes over, like, you know, we were watching a podcast or a video today where the guy said, like, for 3 months he couldn't swim because the sargassum was so bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're setting up your life to be by a beach, I'm sure a big part of it is wanting to go swimming in that beach. And
Yeah, well, exactly. I'd stayed at a resort before when it was the sargassum season, and it was coming in, like there was workers along the whole length of the beach shoveling it constantly as their full-time job, and they couldn't keep up with it.
Well,
there was that much of it coming in.
Yeah, well, now it's actually the Navy's job. The Mexican Navy has actually been assigned
Is that
to look.
who it is, the
yeah,
Navy? Wow.
yeah, to look
That's
after.
incredible.
I'm sure I read that somewhere. If that's not true, I'm sorry if I made an error, but I'm sure
Sorry
I
if I
heard
made that up.
Yeah, sorry if I made that up, but I'm sure I read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's, to walk on it, it's uncomfortable, kind of stinks. It's not like normal seaweed that I'm used to, but it's like itchier, picks more. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. But anyway, it, I mean, those turquoise blue water, to see that coming in, it's like, oh man. But anyway, so those were some options that we kind of looked at, and then thinking along here at the beaches. But Heather and I have been to Celestun lately. We rented a cottage overnight, and it was like a beautiful beach, A-frame building. We had a pool right on the ocean there, well, Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Still Atlantic Ocean coming in there.
Yeah.
It it was like really beautiful. It picturesque, like it couldn't be more picture perfect.
Yeah.
But if I took a picture of it and you'd be like, oh my God, that's such a beautiful beach. What you would be missing in the picture is the suffocating heat
Yeah.
coming from the beach, right? So, you know, to be able to go, we'd have to go in the mornings or the evenings, which is fine.
Yeah.
But also we felt that the town was small.
It didn't have a lot of amenities.
No.
And not to mention, if you go in the morning and in the evening to beat the heat, you're also hooking up with the mosquitoes.
Yeah, and
'Cause
they're big and smart
That's
here.
when they go out. So,
Yeah.
you know, because they're not going out in the afternoon when it's hot either, right? They're morning and evening, just exactly when everybody else would be walking.
Yeah.
So you've got still the humidity, the massive heat, and mosquitoes. And we were only out on the beach for a very short period of time before we saw dogs. So,
Yeah.
again, a problem with
Like
not
smaller
wanting.
towns too.
Yeah, and there's no amenities,
Yeah.
right? We couldn't even get a bottle of Advil,
Yeah.
right, without driving an hour and a half.
Yeah, I actually ended up feeling pretty panicked about that.
Yeah.
Because not that I was in agonizing pain or anything, I just wanted some Advil. And I thought, okay, we'll just go over here to this store, that store. Nothing there.
No.
But it was such a small town, and it's a perfect beach town.
Yeah.
It's just we're not those people, I guess.
No, I guess
because
not.
I looked at the map to see where the next town would be because they didn't have it, and it was like almost all the way to Unukma or like all the way to Merida,
Almost back to Merida.
and
yeah.
it's like down this just a smaller road
Yeah.
in through the jungle. Perfectly fine road, but it just the distance made me feel like I was almost trapped.
And you know, the drive, which was about an hour and a half, so at least 45 minutes of that was on that, like absolutely no shoulders. The jungle right there, right up, like the trees were right there. So I mean, it was a 2-lane highway, but when we were meeting
One and a
buses, 1.5 even, like when we were meeting buses or any kind of, even a regular car or vehicle, you had to kind of slow down and be careful because you couldn't go off onto the side. There's no shoulder.
Yeah.
You'd be in the trees, or you're going to get hit by the vehicle on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So it was a slower drive because of that.
Yeah.
And
And it was challenging because it was so hot. And the little car that we rented, we had the AC cranked, and
Yeah.
it was actually very, very hot.
Yeah.
We've heard other people saying that before, but when we had the Telluride,
Yeah.
we were like, what are they talking about? Just turn on your AC. But we
Yeah.
didn't realize that like it really doesn't really do it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
It can't keep up with it.
no, exactly.
When the humidity kicks
well,
in.
and you know, the Telluride's a bigger vehicle, so it had a bigger engine, like it had enough power to keep the air conditioner really going well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess the beach really represented getting away, like listening to our own thoughts, talking outside of the environment that was stressing us out, and probably a sense of freedom. But then it kind of our conversations kind of turned into like we're always getting away. Like, why don't we have a life in which we don't have to do that?
Yeah.
We really love what our story has brought to us. Like, we've had a lot of very meaningful, we'll never forget this happened moments since we've been here.
Absolutely. No, 100%. Like we've been here, like you said, we've been here almost 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. And like, it's really been amazing.
Shock and awe,
Yeah.
and pure happiness almost all the time. And, you know, our frustrations really weren't, it just felt like Persia walked by me and she's right there.
Oh.
That creeped me out. It really felt like, you know, absolutely fine. Like, you know, we're not unhappy. We
No.
just really want to shift into something that the life that we initially planned.
That's right. And it's certainly not that we're unhappy. We're very happy, but it's just like, is this the dream? Is this what we really wanted when we came here?
Yeah.
And we both sat down and decided that it wasn't.
Yeah. So what we're aiming for now is, well, we understand that like we've learned a few things doing these getaways and whatnot. One of them is, you know, a little beach town necessarily isn't for us. I mean, it sounds cute. It's a great getaway.
Yeah.
But it feels a little too far removed.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a medical emergency, just thinking
Yeah.
about how long and awful that trip would be, or,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and things like that. And also being in such a small community where everybody's related and knows each other,
Yeah.
it would be pretty hard to integrate, although the Mexican people are very friendly.
Oh,
so
they're lovely people. Lovely.
I don't think it would be,
Yeah.
you know, awful. It would just be weird.
Yeah, and when we talked earlier, like we said, like in Merida, there's enough language, enough English. Like
Yeah.
even some of the Uber drivers that show up delivering our groceries on a motorcycle speak English.
Yeah, a lot of them want to practice their English.
Yeah, and a lot of them want to practice their English. You don't really get that in the outskirts of the bigger towns.
Yeah.
Like there would have been, I'm sure, very, very little limited English. There certainly was when I went out to the store to try to find Advil.
Yeah.
Like everybody I talked to, which was about 3 people, nobody was like, one guy in the pharmacy was just like, I know a couple of words.
Yeah, exactly. So we just wanted to, I don't know, try things out, and we did that, and we love the ocean, but we don't love the humidity. The wind did make us feel better, but we love having the conveniences of a city, which is new to us because we come from a small, well, I knew I loved Montreal and other cities.
Yeah.
And you know you love going to Vegas and things like that. So
Yeah.
the excitement of a city is nice, but also I'm always scared to be overstimulated by it. So we're trying to find out like where to shift to. So what we ended up deciding, the thing that we know for sure, is that we want a life in which we can be more free in.
Yeah.
So that means we're not going to buy another house. We're probably going to rent, and we're
Yeah.
probably going to rent a furnished house.
Yeah.
That way there, we could try it out. And if we want to shift it or move or go learn something somewhere else, we'll just do that.
Yeah. Well, and you know, again, just kind of referencing a few videos that we were watching, because we watched a lot of videos today on different areas. And like, you know, one guy said, like, if you're staying at the beach and all of a sudden there's a, you know, a level 3 hurricane coming in, you just have to, you know, jump on the next flight and fly inland. You don't have to worry about anything. You're like, nothing's yours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if there's any kind of thing that makes it that you need to leave quickly,
It's a great point.
yeah, there's nothing that's holding you there.
Yeah, so, you know, I guess maybe it probably appeared like everything was wrong. And really, it's not that everything was wrong, it's that we recognize that it could be better.
Yeah.
Also, it might appear like instability moving around, but really it's more of like the freedom side of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't feel that it's the other at all. I feel like, you know, we've, you know, I've owned a house for 27 years in Canada. We've owned one here for a couple of years now. And now is our chance to really, you know, kind of pick up stakes and go and check things out.
Yeah, and for those of you that are kind of wondering like what some of the top contenders are, I guess one of the ones that we're looking at is maybe Guadalajara, which is more on the west coast, about a 3-hour drive from Puerto Vallarta, which was also very beautiful, but it gets a little too hot there and a little bit humid, eh? But Guadalajara is a little higher on the mountain, so it gets cooler, but it's a big, big city.
And second largest in Mexico.
Yeah, and it's like the capital of mariachi, really.
Yeah.
And tequila and things we love.
Yeah.
Vincente.
Vincente. Yeah.
So anyway, that might be somewhere we go because it's a little bit cooler. The walking seems to be a little bit better, like
Yeah.
the sidewalks and stuff. But it is very strange to think about being away from Merida, and because we've really have become attached to this place. We think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
We think it has everything it needs except for cool air.
Yeah, it really does. Like when we drive around in our little carrito, like we, you know, people wave, we can get tortillas, we can get chicken, like we can get, there's pharmacies here, we can get Advil here, you know, like there's 3 or 4, well, way more than that even, like fruterias and, you know, like there's just absolutely, you don't really even have to go into Merida if
No.
you don't want to. You can really make it work here.
Yeah. Yeah, so we absolutely love the town. We
Yeah.
love the city. We love driving in our purple cart. Like there's things we're going to truly miss. Like we love it when the pool deck and the pool are clean and we're out there in our own yard looking at our palm trees. Like it's
Yeah.
just like surreal. Like those moments are just
So special.
yeah, it's so special. We treasure every second of it. But also we're pretty confident that Heather and I as people really like adventure and we like seeing new things, and we'll make those other places feel the same minus the leaves.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, there's no saying never, right? We may just get there and we may say, you know what, we just loved Chul so much we want to come back.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really think that's going to happen because of the weather, like the heat, but hey,
It might.
never say never.
Yeah, it totally could because
Yeah.
we really, really like it
It's
here.
beautiful here.
Yeah, but I think we're probably, I would say we're almost certainly going to move towards living in a condo instead.
Yeah.
Where that way there, the maintenance and everything is included. We could actually leave it and go travel somewhere. We could go visit people
Yeah.
or whatever, and everything's taken care of. It's
Yeah.
not like, you know, we have
Exactly.
to worry about the irrigation and
No.
failing or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this is what we're going to do. How long is it going to take? All that stuff. It could take a very long time, and it could be very quick. We still have car complications to deal with.
Yeah.
We're hoping that that'll be a motivator for a real estate agent to maybe help us find a lawyer that'll take it and help us deal with it.
Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah.
We're not exactly sure where we're going to go, but you know, we have
We're gonna go.
We're going to go, and we have a couple of, we know it's not Canada, that we do know for sure. And like you said, we have a couple of spots that are top of the list, and we'll just see.
Yeah. We might just try out some places and decide we don't like any of it and choose a different country. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible, and we're not beyond trying anything new like that. We're willing to take some risks and try some things out and
Yeah.
have fun with it.
Yeah, but I do think Mexico is in our soul very deeply. And I would have trouble imagining us living anywhere else but
Yeah.
here. We do absolutely love it.
Yep.
I mean, every day, even though that sun is like scorching us, you know,
Yeah.
we're still loving it here.
Yeah. Well, at least we see it here. That was the thing, right? Like, 300 and some plus days a year in Mexico. Most of the parts you have sunny days.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
in Canada, they certainly can't say that.
No, no. And not to compare, but it's just not what we want.
No, and not to even go back about that. It's just like we're just moving forward with our life, and
There's so many people that have heard where we're going and they're like, I would never want that life.
no,
And it's like for us, we would never want that life. Like
Yeah.
we're done.
yeah, we've done that.
I love that though. Like I like how when people are spicy about it, and it's like I'm just as spicy the other way. Like
Yeah.
we're both spicy about it.
Yeah.
Which means we're happy, right? Like
Yeah.
we're each happy in our own locations.
Yeah,
But,
and that's it.
like Heather and I were talking today about like 3 or 4 years ago. Like our day-to-days were, you know, things that were kind of like just regular and routine. And now in a week we have like so many things that like we can't even really share them with anybody because they're so over the top
Yep.
that it makes it like a little bit weird to share because like there's a lot of context that you need to have in backstories, and who wants to hear about it?
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
that want to move to Mexico.
Yeah, and then that's the people that are saying, "Oh, I would never go there."
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's certainly been the best decision I've made for me.
Yeah.
And was to move here.
Yeah.
And I feel that you feel the same way.
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah. So
Spending my time with you, this is the best way to do it when we're laughing really hard or going, what the heck just happened? Like we do this all the time.
yeah. Yeah, like there's a lot of head shaking days where we're just like I don't know what to do other than shake my head at that.
There's so many times like we've opened the door and it's like, yeah, there's a guy walking by with a trumpet and his wife has a drum, or
Yeah.
we come back in and then, oh, they're shooting off fireworks right in front of our house, or like, you know, somebody's
Yeah.
climbing a roof and has a ladder in the street. Like there's just always something happening.
Oh yeah, and that was it. Like, you know, you see these young guys with cables on their shoulders climbing up the light poles, and it's just like, yeah, not sure if you work for anybody that has anything to do with electrical things, but hey, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's-
And I love how we've gotten used to it too, because
Yeah.
sometimes we just see it. And like Heather will say like, oh, what'd you see or what happened? I'm like, oh, it's just this. And it's like, oh, okay. We don't even say anything anymore.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's-
the time we might giggle, but
You're just like, oh wow,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, it's something else.
yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun. And our adventures are going to continue, just probably in a different destination for now.
Yeah, for now. And that's just the thing. Like we're so fluid now that we're just like, you know what? We're just going to pull up stakes and see
Yeah.
where the water takes us.
And that's a good sign that we're making the right decision, because like, are we saying that we had no tears about it and anything like that? Like it felt like we are leaving a really good friend here when we're leaving this house.
Yeah.
Right? Like it feels like almost like a relationship that's ending that you wanted.
Well, then you worked hard to get, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, there's an attachment for sure we're always going to have to here.
our first soft landing.
Our first soft landing. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that other places can't be great or greater.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. And that's the big thing is like we can change our mind and come back here or keep going, or
Yeah.
like Mexico's a huge country with so many things and places to see and things to enjoy. Like we just want to soak it up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really cool that everybody was really concerned and like, what happened? Oh my God, are you guys okay?
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're okay. I guess maybe I might have, I don't know. I thought the story was as truthful as I could be. I don't think any part of it was a lie or anything like that, or trying to sway anybody to believing anything. I think it's really hard to leave it open-ended because we're so used to everything being open-ended that everybody's like, okay, what's this mean? Well, we don't know yet.
Yeah, no, the story continues.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we keep moving on.
Yeah. So anyway, something's happening. We don't know when and we don't know where, but we know it is.
But we know it is. Yeah, that's the one thing we do know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. And if you haven't checked out the story yet, it's on our Catching the Hum website. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions on where to live,
Yeah.
that would be great too. Yeah, you can send us an email at hum@catchingthehum.com. You can come to our website at,
Catchingthehum.com.
that's right. All right, thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Catching the hum. Did you feel the shift? Something in the static gave the day a lift.
Heather found the rhythm, Tracy caught the drum.
Heard you heard it first.
Carl Sam said, that's the hum.